Welcome to our next video. In our previous video we travelled from our home base through the Lewis Pass to the west coast, and we actually finished up here at Reefton. We had a couple of nights at Reefton, and whilst I thought I was doing some filming when we were walking and riding our bikes around, I obviously forgot to press the on button, so consequently this is our only video of Reefton. It's a lovely little quaint town, and it's very much a supply town now for the Waiuta Goldmine, which is up in the hills south of Reefton. While we were in Reefton, we had a walk up and down the main street a couple of times, and one day we came upon the information centre, and inside the information centre, which is basically the council buildings of a library, etc., there's also a bit of a museum which gives some detail of the history of this area, and also there's a video which shows about the gold mining town of Waiuta, which is south of Reefton, and it sort of raised our interest about this mine, so we thought we'd take a slight detour on our way to Westport and go visit the Waiuta mine site. There isn't a great deal to be seen here, but the movie we watched sort of inspired us to go and take a look anyway, so it is a bit of an interesting journey, and the road's pretty good. It's a single lane shingle road for most of it, but it's certainly doable in our motorhome, and we had no issues at all. It's a typical west coast back road, but the bush is always beautiful, and there was no problems getting to the mine site. There's a lovely river that runs beside the road, so yeah, here we are arriving at the mine site. Gold-bearing quartz was discovered here by a small prospecting group in the Blackwater River in November 1905, but the mining rights were actually purchased by Consolidated Goldfields New Zealand Limited, a large British-owned company. They developed the mine, a processing plant, and a town for the workers and their families. By 1908, the company had laid out a town and built a boarding house, single means accommodation, and a number of four-roomed cottages for families. As the mining became established, some families built their own homes, and the population rose to 601 at the height of the mine. But when World War II broke out, many miners volunteered for military service. Hence, the number of miners dropped from 240 to 113 by the end of the war. In July 1951, there was a large collapse in the original shaft, which was then used for ventilation, power and pumping. Without pumps, the mine began to flood, and the decision was made in the UK to close the mine for good. After the closure, the buildings were dismantled, so hence there's not a lot left to see, unfortunately.
It's a piece of quartzish sort of stuff, tailings from the mine, which could have come from up to 500 metres below the ground, below ground level here.
Along with a lot of these other tailings. When setting up the town, the mining company provided a lot of activities, recreational activities for the miners and their families. One such activity was obviously bowling. This pavilion was demolished. I think it was a wooden building, and this is all that remains, some very solid chimneys, and looking around here is where the bowling green was. So we walked up the steps into the pavilion, and then you could sit down and have a look over at the bowling green and watch the bowls. Concrete's very different to the concrete we have today. I think it's made up with tailings and cement. Probably not much sand around here, but it's stood the test of time. Still standing. Coming up now to the miner's bathhouse, and this time it's a metal chimney. There's a big old boiler, I suppose it was there.
probably where they got their hot water. Going into the bathhouse now. If this place could tell us a story or two. Oh, uh-oh. Looks like one of the miners is in there having a shower, having a bath. Uh-oh, sorry. Sort of steps. Or what's left of the steps. Going up into this far end of the bathhouse. We'll go and see what's in here.
Must have been something to do with heating the water.
Pipes, lots and lots of pipes. And a big cube of pipes. Yeah, more steps here. Hard to go up steps and film at the same time. Especially those steps. Ah, sort of gone back around to the other end of that thing with all the pipes.
That's an old chimney.
Oh, this is the base of the chimney. Ooh, it starts off with brick inside and metal on the outside. So this is the overview of that's the bathhouse end, and this is the boiler area and where the pipes were. And I don't know what that was there, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. This one here was twin Babcock and Wilcox boilers. Operated from 1917 to 1943. It's interesting, I read a sign back there. It tells you that the men, the miners, obviously could use the bathhouses, but the women still had to use the tin bath in front of the fire. And this is a winding engine, or was a winding engine. Controls raising and lowering the cages in the Blackwater shaft, which is that building with the wire mesh fence around it. Not a building, but that structure where the main shaft was. So this was what this area here was the powering for the raising and lowering the cages down into the shaft. It was converted to electric drive in 1943. I'm assuming before that it was coal-fired.
Another facility provided by the mining company was the swimming pool, which for the size of the village was relatively large.
I bet there was a few yarns told in this pool back in the day. And that is how big the sandflies get on the west coast. Well, it seems like it sometimes. This place is called Berlin's. It's in the Buller Gorge in the South Island of New Zealand on the west coast. There's a little cafe here.
Which is for sale if you're interested.
It is for sale, yes, you could buy it if you want it. And this is the Buller River on a quiet day. The Buller River is rather low, or summertime low anyway, but apparently, I have never witnessed it myself, but apparently it can get as high as the roadway over there. where that big rock face is.
Hawk's Crag.
Hawk's Crag, I've been told is what it's called.
We come across traffic lights on the highway sometimes, and it's usually for roadworks, but in this case it's because this is a single road with a nasty blind corner, so you wouldn't be able to see oncoming traffic.
Right at the end of that drive where those flags are, that's the motor camp, the top 10 holiday park here at Carter's Beach. And this is how close we are to the ocean. It's a bit different from where we've been in the last 3 days. It's nice to hear the ocean again. And there it is, Tasman Sea. Bit of a heavily overcast day today. It's spitting with rain at present, certainly not cold. Driftwood all over the place. Lots of these teepees all over the place too, for people having fun on the beach. Very nice moody sky tonight. No sunset. And he's already found a piece of driftwood that he might like to take home.
Leave the bikes behind to take this home.
Yeah, it's either the bikes or this.
All in.
Oh, nice tree there. I think that'll be staying here on the beach somehow. See it, the wind's blowing the sand just gently along the beach. It's not whipping against my leg, so it's not hurting. It's not too bad a breeze. It's wandering along Carter's Beach. It's just starting to spit with rain, so we could be getting the rain that's forecast for later tonight. I think the storm is brewing. Look at those clouds, beautiful. So much driftwood. After an afternoon yesterday of rain and showers, and a night of rain, we woke up to some more showers this morning. There's quite a strong wind, which you may hear in the microphone, I'm not sure, but it's now coming out. Lovely sunny days. Looking back up the beach to the north, into the mountains, and then up the beach towards Cape Foulwind. I am not sure what he has on his hat, but I think it might be a piece of driftwood. Is it round? Completely round?
No.
Oh no, it's just horseshoe shaped.
But it's holding the hat on.
Holding his hat on.
Blowing off in the wind.
This wind, because it's a little bit fierce at the moment.
After 2 lovely days here at Carter's Beach, it's time to move on and travel further north. So this is the end of this video, But our next video we'll be travelling further up the coast to see some more of the beautiful west coast, in particular the Buller region. So hope you join us for that, and thank you for watching.